Our admissions process is quite easy, and we actually will walk you through that process a little bit. I'm going to stop sharing the agenda and then pull up our international virtual website. Our international virtual website is the microsite that all of you will be using with the families that you sit down in house with. This is a complete and total overview of our program, your pathway to the United States universities and colleges. There are active links throughout this page that take you directly to our application process. So as an agent, as somebody sitting with a family, there are many, many questions that, families will ask, about accreditation, about, who we are, what virtual schools or what international virtual will be doing. So you can tell them it's accepted by all U.S. universities and colleges. We have some frequently asked questions. How many credits would I need to receive the American high school diploma? How do I enroll? How do I pay? Do I need to speak English? All of these are important questions that will be asked by parents when sitting, with families. Our plan is a study plan of 6 credits, which is a year's worth of courses, 2 semesters, 6 classes in each semester. Each class is a half credit. So a full credit of math, a full credit of science, a full credit of social studies, and a full credit of English, as well as a career and college prep elective and a business entrepreneurship course. Those 6 courses will be the courses that many, many students will take to achieve their, United States high school diploma. Many, students or parents might ask, what about English? How proficient in the English language do I need to be? Well, the answer is quite simple. We offer English as a second language classes to get them to the B1 level, or the IELTS level of a 3.5 on the IELTS, or a 500 or a 400 TOEFL, or 460 TOEFL, a 4 on the IELTS, and a 600 in the TOEIC. So all of those are important things when it comes to the English language side. The how do I enroll piece is very, very simple as well. Once you've had that conversation with the family. When it comes to actual support services, we will be the entire support service for the family. We were the ones that will provide the tutoring. We provide live teachers for all 350 courses. All courses will have an actual teacher that meets with the students once a week, and walks the student through the entire course. This is not a modular-based course in which they sit down and click through the course. This is an actual course that they will, move through, function in, and have to, work through with an instructor. Overview of service-wise, we supply, you send us the transcript, we will approve the transcript. We go through that entire process. If there's a translation needed, we would do that as well. We take as a team, we take the entire transcript and, crosswalk it with our standards here to make sure that the student will have everything needed to receive the American high school diploma. As I mentioned, all of the courses are approved by NCAA for college students, and the services provided include full transcript analysis, full service when it comes to signing students up for courses. There is a full plan of study and an individual student plan created for all students, and then the process of walking them through getting them into actual courses. There is, as I mentioned, an individual course plan, and each agent will need to understand basically how that works. So that's part of the process that Barbara Zimbor and I are going to walk you through today. once we've continued familiarizing you with what it is exactly that we do. Barbara, would you like to add anything? Dan, Sam, anything else about our services that I might have missed?
No, you've covered it all. Thank you.
Great. So I think we're going to move from a services overview into the actual process of enrolling a student. The enrollment of a student is very simple. And as I mentioned, this process is directly linked from this web page to our student information system. There are 3 buttons throughout the page. There is a Sign Me Up link at the top that takes you to our student information system. There is the brown Apply Now button, and there is an Apply Now at the very bottom. Okay, each one of these is a direct link to our student information system that is linked to International Virtual. All an agent would need to do is go to Start Your Application. You would click International Student, and this is where the International Student application begins. It is required to put in, the information needed. You have to prove that you're not a robot. But, very simply put, you would add in the information in the application. There is a spot on the personal information page for agents to add their information so that you gain access to that student's particular information set. This process is as streamlined and easy as we can possibly make it. You click, by checking this, you agree to the following terms. All of the information is included here. Once a student completes the application, they are enrolled in the process, and I will create some dummy information here to walk us through this process. Barb, do you have any information to add while I'm creating this? So what I've done right now is I've created just a username and a password. Going to add in some fake phone number, fake information. So one of the interesting things I want to note, in our country of origin, there are a huge number of different countries that can be selected, and you can move through all of those. Since most of you are not from the United States, there are many different countries for you to select. So you'll have to click by checking the box, agree to following terms, and we'll create the account. The system creates the account and pushes us to the next information piece. So here is our personal information. This is where you would add the student's grade level. You would add your name as the agent. We will provide a unique numbering system for all agents to all of you. And this is where you would add the agent ID, your last name, your first name, and any unique information required for you, as well as the application comments. You would add the student's information here, their gender, their grade level, and their date of birth. The yellow or pink fields, depending on the internet browser that you're using, are the only fields that are required. User cannot have a birth date that is in the future. So let's put it in the past. Good morning, Trina.
Good morning. I didn't want to interrupt you.
It's fine. I'm actually walking them through the actual application process and taking them through when we went from the international virtual web page into the application process.
Terrific. And instead of doing an introduction and overview, I'll do a summary.
Great. So let's do this. 2000, April 2000. So now we have a date in the past, and we need to continue forward through personal information, and it will take us to a guardian. If your student is an adult, then this section will not be necessary. But we give you the option to add a guardian for your students who do not have, they need parental information and parental access to this. So here we will put in a guardian name, because we want the guardian to have full access to the student's information.
Andy, if I could just highlight something on the previous page. The information at the bottom where you put in the agent name and number, that does allow us to create reports that can pull up the number of enrollees per agent. So there is a great tracking system that we can provide reports to our education agents so they can see exactly how many students they have enrolled in our school.
Okay, so once we've gone through those three pieces, we get to a documents page, okay? And the documents page allows us to upload any specific documentation that might be needed. For example, this is where you would upload transcripts, birth certificates, any legal information that would be necessary for a student to join international virtual. And this is where you would upload that information. You would upload a file, choose a file.
And this website is secure, so if you are uploading documents that are identity sensitive, it is a secure website. We do not sell your information. We do not share your information.
So you upload a document, and you save and continue on to the next page. This is where things are very straightforward. As I mentioned, all students will have a study path or a student path in which they all have it's called a plan of study, and this plan of study will include all the courses that they might need to gain the American High School Diploma that we've been talking about. And this is just a full section of courses that we offer. It's all the 250 courses or 350 courses that we've mentioned. Actually, it's 337 live courses that we have access to. And very simply put, you click on it and can move them over. And that's how you simply add an individual course. The consumer behavior comes over and clicks through, So we've now created an international student. Welcome, Jonathan. You've created their account, their personal information. We've added guardian. We've added their important documents, and we've shown how to add courses. After this, all you would have to do is click the login button, and it would log the student into our system.